Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Friday Charge, brought to you by Geek Studios. As always, I am Sebastian, and I am joined by the one and only viral sensation, Joel Spencer. And today, August 21st, 2026, we've got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about the GV90, of course. We're going to talk about some robotaxi stuff, and Joel's going to go into a little quick topic about an episode he did earlier this week. So without further ado, let's plug in and get started. All right, our first topic of the night, we're going to talk about the GV90. Genesis this week pulled the wraps off of its newest flagship vehicle, which is also electric, the super large SUV known as the GV90. There's a lot we're going to unpack here, so strap in if you're not ready. For starters, the new GV90 was originally teased to us 2.5 years ago as the brand's Neo-Lune concept, and the production model shares almost everything with that concept, which is surprising because concepts in the actual production cars usually have nothing alike. The biggest thing here that shockingly made it to production from the concept is it has coach doors. And not only do you get coach doors, there's even special hinges so that you can open the rear doors without opening the front doors. And yeah, it's just you like fully independent doors with no B-pillar. Since there's no B-pillar, Genesis is beefing up the door structure to improve the strength when the doors are closed. And the car features a roll cage that is 1.5 times thicker than what you'll find in the average SUV in its class. The GV90 will also be the first vehicle to feature a full roof airbag designed to cover and protect occupants from ejection through the glass roof in the event of a rollover, which, to be honest with you, I have never considered as a possibility.
I've never seen that happen or hear it happen. So,
well, I'm thinking about, like, dang, all these cars we drive have glass roofs. I've never considered that, yeah, in a rollover, that thing's going to shatter.
Yes.
And then what?
Oh, I like that picture.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, this is the first Genesis vehicle to feature Hyundai's Plios OS, and the vehicle features one large 23.6-inch display, which can be extended to 24.6 inches while the vehicle is parked for better entertainment. Seems like that's an awful lot of work to build a screen that can extend just for it to only get 1 inch bigger.
So question, does the actual physical screen extend or the actual what you're seeing extending?
I think it's what you see extends.
Okay.
If I'm imagining this right, it's going to be rectangle. You park, it comes up a little higher out of the dash. That gotcha. 1 inch of screen is probably just usually hidden in the dash.
Oh, so it's one of those going to be screens that kind of go up and down?
That's my assumption.
Okay. Let me go back and see if I can find that picture.
Oh,
there he goes.
This entertainment system is being paired with a 25-speaker B&O sound system that can recreate the scenes of venues such as Wembley Stadium and the Boston Symphony Hall. Because when I'm driving in my car, I want it to sound like I'm watching a rock concert in Wembley Stadium.
You do roll like that, I heard.
Gimmicks like that have always been confusing to me. I think, is it Volvo that has done this for a few years now in their cars, similar things. And it's just like, to me, it just... Part of the reason that it's okay that a venue sounds the way that it does is because you're having the live music experience. When you take that away, it sounds like crap. Mm-hmm. In my opinion. Don't come after me. The interior features ambient lighting throughout, as Genius Genius?
Genius?
Where did that come at? As Genesis likes to call it, mood lighting. Let's get back to the interesting stuff. With the available executive package, the vehicle will feature real wood flooring, equipped with radiant heating, a partition between the second row and cargo area for improved noise isolation, and the first row seats can rotate 180 degrees.
Yep, there it is right there.
So that then they face the rear, and in that rear center console, there are tables that can fold out so that you can have like a meal or play Uno or something with your rear seat passengers. Oh, and also there's a built-in refrigerator.
Standard?
Why not? As far as mechanical specs go, this sits on an all-new EMP platform, not to be confused with the EGMP platform.
So we're dropping the G.
The EMP platform is currently exclusive to Genesis for flagship vehicles. The vehicle features a 123 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Genesis is claiming a 10 to 80 time of 22 minutes. The vehicle is standard with dual-motor all-wheel drive with a combined output of 657 horsepower. This vehicle also features rear-wheel steering and air suspension. And on the topic of that rear-wheel steering, Hyundai claims that this car can turn like a mid-sized vehicle, which is important because if you think about it, this vehicle is 208 inches long, just under 80 inches wide, and has a 127-inch wheelbase.
Whew.
For comparison, a Chevy Tahoe is 211 inches long, so only like 3 inches longer than this. 81 inches wide, so about the same width, and the wheelbase on a Tahoe is 7 inches shorter.
Wow.
One disappointment here, though, is the range. Genesis is only squeezing 310 miles out of this 123 kilowatt-hour battery. And while that's kind of on par for competitors such as like the R1S, if you look at other vehicles kind of in this class, such as Lucid Gravity, that car gets 450 miles of EPA-rated range and has the exact same size battery pack.
So not very efficient.
So doesn't seem like it'll be very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing we don't know yet is pricing. But Genesis is expecting this to be a 2028 model year vehicle available in early 2027. So I imagine we will hear some about pricing soon. So Joel, what do you think?
I mean, I like it. I mean, I think it looks really cool. I think it may be a little bit over the top. Well,
it is the flagship, right?
It is. I mean, yeah, but a lot of cars have flagships that are not over the top. I mean,
no, but it's the flagship for the whole brand.
Yeah. Well, the Escalade
this is the
EV
Genesis
is a
Maybach,
flagship.
Okay?
So I know. So it's probably going to be close to, I'm guessing, six figures is what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing. I like it. I was looking at this one picture. That back door, if you're looking at it, does look really thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't zoom in, but I'm assuming that's for the safety reason. That's one thick back door.
Let's stop sharing your screen for a second.
Oh, are you going to zoom in for me? Okay, I'll stop sharing you.
I've got a picture that I can show you real quick. That really puts it into perspective.
I'll keep talking about it, but yeah,
look at the size of that.
I know.
You can see it on the door here. It's absolutely massive.
That's going to be one heavy thunk whenever you shut that door.
It hopefully has like power assist or something, right?
What is that big area at the top, right by the window? Is that like the airbag maybe, or just a structural?
Big area at the top by the window.
Top right there. Yes.
Yeah, that's the B pillar.
Wow.
That's that reinforced area they were talking about, so that it's still strong when the door's closed.
That's meaty. This is like a vault.
There you go, 657, 310, 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, which honestly isn't that impressive for 657 horsepower, but I imagine this thing is not light.
No, it's probably
which probably
Escalade
probably is why 310 miles of range. So Joel,
so my question for you, because I know we talked about this before, does it still have that Hearst look to it like the Ioniq 9 does?
So
from that angle, it does.
Yeah, but also it's a little less than the Ioniq 9. I think part of my issue with the Ioniq 9 and what I think gives it that Hearst look is that the back just ends.
Yeah.
It's just flat and has the like hoop all around the outside. And it just, to me, that really gives it that Hearst profile. This has a little bit more of that traditional shape for a big 3-roll SUV like this. It doesn't give quite as much Hearst to me. There's that back seat again facing the wrong way with the 23-inch
I love
screen
that color.
there. I kind of like what they did with the lighting at the front.
It looks very Genesis, yes.
I don't know where the headlights are.
Those are it.
But I guess these are it right here on the outer corners. It just all blends in with this daytime running light.
Very VinFast in the front there.
But I like it. It's nice. Here's that infotainment screen. I'm assuming this is in the 23-inch config. Maybe it's in the 24-inch config. So I don't know.
Stop at that. Go back to that picture. Looks like there's something at the top of the steering wheel coming up.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like driver
steering
assist.
Wheel, but I see it has a P on it. So I'm assuming that's your gear indicator.
Why would it be the whole way up there?
I don't know.
That's odd.
Why would they do They do all sorts of stuff.
That's weird. I thought it'd be
I
like
like
eye censoring or something,
because
maybe for.
because flagship vehicle, you can see you've got the speakers that elevate out of the dash. You can see these buttons are like crystal.
Yep.
They're still doing the same thing like they did on the GV60, where the gear shifter
Genesis
is the
likes that
crystal
crystal.
ball that
Yep.
spins a Crover.
Yep.
Which, by the way, green and blue.
Yep.
Or green and blue ambient lighting. I don't know. That's an interesting color combo.
So we can design it.
Oh no, that's just straight up green and blue.
Straight up green and blue. Yep.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this green interior.
So it's a 3-row, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
Although this is showing the executive package that has the wall. Let's look at the poor man spec. This one doesn't have coach doors.
Nope. Which is what most people will probably get.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, there. That's more of our style there.
Oh, you still get this gigantic center console on the second row.
Yep.
You've got something going on in the headrest.
It's like you're sitting in an airplane almost. Like an airplane. You have your own little confined
you're like area. In like a little private, like first class cabin.
First class area. Yes.
You can see, so this is doing Plios and is doing the Plios thing where instead of having the little gauge screen, it's all going to be on this one display. You can see it's like segmented off here on the left side.
That's a big screen.
Which it's very wide, which I guess is why it must go up so that it's more of a 16:9 aspect ratio for media enjoyment.
Media enjoyment.
But yeah, this is very neat. I'm very curious to see pricing. I mean, if we just kind of look at their current lineup here, the GV80. Oh, actually, when did sorry.
Is it the wrong one?
No, it's behind my little screen share window.
Oh.
So the electric GV70 starts at 58.5. The GV80 starts at 57, but then the GV80 Coupe, which has more options on it, I assume, is 81. So, and the G90 sedan is 92. So yeah, I bet six figures is probably pretty close.
They'll probably get you in a base model for like 98, 95, right below
maybe 95. Yeah,
yep.
Right below that $100,000 mark, and then it's just gonna go from there.
Yeah, then you can spec it up to like an Escalade or something. So that's question: would you get a top of the line one of those or a top of the line Escalade?
I mean, really, I guess it just depends on kind of where we're going from here. I'm out of curiosity. Does my car size website have the Escalade on here? Because like one is distinctly American, no replacement for displacement, has 480 miles of range or whatever, and a 220 kilowatt hour battery pack. Almost double the size of what's in this GV70, but only has an extra 50% range. Which, when you say it like that, is wow.
Yep.
Let me see here. Cadillac Escalade IQ 2024. Escalade IQ is 20 inches longer. No.
Wow.
14 inches longer than this is.
Impressive.
And has a longer wheelbase. So it is a bigger vehicle. And I mean, it starts more expensive than what we're assuming this will start to. That said, I mean, it is American excess defined. So it's really, I guess, about what you want, right?
That is true.
Because to me, Genesis is one of those, it's like, it's a luxury brand, but their kind of whole stick is like, you get the same niceties for less than you're going to pay for a Mercedes, or less than you'll pay for a BMW, or in this case, less than you would pay for an Escalade IQ.
Yep.
And so if that's their whole stick, then they're not necessarily trying to look at the people that are buying an Escalade for the class or for the brand recognition or whatever. They're looking at people that are maybe a little bit more budget conscious and things like that.
I'm curious if they're going to use the same platform to kind of base their Ioniq 9 and EV9 moving forward. This EMP
that's kind
platform.
Of looking at, they're currently saying is like, oh, it's exclusively for Genesis flagship vehicles. But you don't generally build a whole
one
platform
for one car,
for one vehicle.
Yeah. I see 28.
Does it stay strictly
EV9? Yep.
Does it say strictly Genesis, or does Hyundai come out with some new model that's, is there an electric Palisade coming?
Yep.
Is there an electric Oh, I guess there's the Telluride and the EV9 are pretty,
Yeah. Is
but
that
you
what
get
they're
what
going to do? Are they going to get rid of the EV and just go with Palisade electric or electrified Palisade, electrified Telluride? I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
All right. Moving on. Ojai. Ojai. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Waymo this week.
It's not Ojai.
No, it's Ojai. Waymo this week officially opened up rides in its Ojai robotaxi to all, with the vehicles currently available in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Phoenix. Currently, rides in the Ojai are based on availability, but Waymo states that in the future, passengers would be able to select if they would like to be picked up by an Ojai or an iPace, which is interesting to me. Also, what's interesting to me is that here we are in 2026, and the only Chinese EV that we Americans can experience is a Waymo robotaxi.
Yes.
So I don't have that many other notes on here because we've talked about Ojai pretty extensively semi-recently, but cool to see that we're actually in general availability now. Before now they were operating in kind of like a beta mode. So like if you knew somebody, you could get a code to get like a free ride in one or whatever while they were testing. But now that it's open to everybody, they're taking paid rides in the Ojai now. And I really think it's interesting that they would say that they're going to entertain the idea of allowing you to pick Ojai or iPace. Because to me, I feel like I would want the Ojai every time, unless somehow the iPace is like cheaper to. Do they make the iPace cheaper to request, or
is it like Uber where the bigger the car you get, the more expensive the ride is?
Could be, maybe that's what they're going for in the future instead of it just being a mixed pool. Because I'm like, if apples to apples, pricing all the same, I'm gonna pick the newer, probably more comfortable car than the iPace.
Yep. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, I think I saw some things on X of some people actually spotting some of these driving around and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And showed pictures. Yeah. So more lately. So I'm glad these are kind of hitting the road. We need to go somewhere and take a trip in one, don't we?
Yeah. I guess we got to go to Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Phoenix.
Phoenix is too hot.
Says the person where it's currently like
107 in my car when I got home today at 6:00. Yeah. This is pretty cool. I mean, we knew about it, but yeah, I want to see more Chinese EVs on the road and not just robotaxis. That's me, though.
Moving on. So this is a topic that's come up a little bit over the last couple of weeks, and it's been blown up a little this week. But there's a price war brewing in EV charging, and the one and only viral sensation Joel Spencer did a little mini charge episode about it this week. And I figured this would be a good time for him to give a quick rundown on what that means, because I didn't get to participate in that discussion, obviously. So maybe I'll have some opinions that weren't shared originally.
Sebastian doesn't get to come to the cool kids table on Wednesday when I record, so I make him stay home and do his chores.
I never get invited.
Only when you have to do it by yourself. So, So I mean, honestly, I didn't know this video was going to do as good as it does for us. Almost 15,000 views. That's good for us. I mean, we don't have a lot of our videos get that high, but that's really good for us. Thanks for those who watched it. It wasn't that long. It's 11 minutes long. So if you want to go back, so I kind of just looked at what's going on with EV charging. We always talk about Tesla this, Tesla that, but we kind of talk about, the video goes in a little bit about charging at home and how it's cheap to charge at home, but we're starting to see a little bit of that sticker shock when you DC fast charge. Those prices are starting to climb a little. And a lot of people don't understand how kind of EV pricing works. A lot of people don't know about demand charges. I mean, that's one thing when I was talking to JT about his business when he opened Franklin Charging, he was like, you don't understand the demand charge. And he was explaining to me, he's like, you don't understand, if I have 4 cars show up at one time and they all charge, I get a huge demand charge for the cars taking all the energy. I may have no more cars show up that day, and I get a huge demand charge for all those cars showing up that day. So, which creates a massive utility bill. But he offsets that with some solar and things like that. But what we're seeing is over the last, I would say, and I've kind of noticed it myself, and people are going to call me a Tesla hater, but you've noticed it too. Over the last 6, 8, 12 months, we've seen Tesla's price kind of go up a little bit. Just a tad in some areas.
Specifically for the non-Tesla pricing.
Specifically for non-Tesla pricing. Before when I had my Tesla, it was great. Basically, Tesla was just taking a wash on charging. They just wanted someplace for Tesla to charge. They weren't trying to do things like that. But now if you want to charge your non-Tesla, it's a premium. It's at 7, 8, 9, 10 cents more, whatever they're doing. Or you can get this subscription and pay less, which what I suggest you do if you're going on a road trip and you're going 600, 700, 800 miles. get that subscription for $12.99 for a month, and then get rid of it when you're done. Because I think these charging memberships are kind of going to become the new normal. But kind of what we're seeing is you have Tesla and their pricing, and you have, they're for everyone, they're everywhere. Then you have the issue with Walmart. And what I've done when I looked at my research for Walmart isn't technically trying to make a lot of money off EV charging. They want to make the money when you come in the store and buy something. Because I know you stop at a lot of Walmarts because you go to EA. How many times do you go into Walmart and buy something when you're there?
Oh yeah, usually if anything, it's going in and at least getting a Coke and a snack.
Yeah,
right.
You're spending $5-10 maybe, and that's what they want. So that's why their pricing is pretty good, 45 cents, I believe. Off demand, off peak, I've seen as low as I think Arkansas E-Traveler posts up maybe like 27 cents or 26 cents off peak up at the one
and they're doing
Northwest
discounts
Arkansas.
if you have Walmart Plus
and Walmart Plus. So so they're not looking to gouge you. They're not putting a 65 cents charging station in like a Pilot Flying J is, because the Pilot Flying J is you have to stop here. There's not many else around. We can charge what we want. They know that, hey, someone's going to run for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. They're going to grab some groceries, come back out, and they got to charge. I don't really care about how much they paid for electrons. What I do care about, they just spent $50 in my store. So that's kind of Walmart's philosophy. And then Iona's philosophy is it's just really cheap. I mean, I don't understand it's always 39 cents here. And they do specials like 20 cents, if it's a holiday or this. And I don't know how they're charging. I don't know how they're charging that low of a price for that. So we just kind of went in and kind of went on the nuances about that. So
I think, by the way, if y'all are wondering why I keep making weird faces, it just started hailing outside at my house. I can hear it. It's like beating the side of the house. Anyway.
So if his lights pop off, we know why.
So yeah, anyway, I think Iona at this point is the price that they are because they're trying to get goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
They want to become the household name. They want to become ubiquitous. They want to be, they need to get that household status now, and then they'll probably, bump prices some a little bit moving in the future once they get all of the goodwill they think they need and whatever. Because realistically, it's like they're going to probably have to charge more for their services.
They are.
Right?
They're going to, yes.
And I guess it does help them too. They have 8 automakers behind them that are helping fund and things like that. But, it will run out eventually.
Some point, this automaker is going to want some of the return on investment. So
Right. But I kind of think that's kind of why they're so cheap now, is just because they're in that still initial get the name out there, get the units out there, and things like that.
And what also I talk about a little bit is the pace that these people, these companies are rolling out these chargers. I mean, I feel like every time I look at Arkansas E-Traveler every day, he's got a new charger. It's the new charger's going on, new charger's going on, new charger's going. There's just like, and Ion is just popping them out too, and Tesla's still popping them out. EA's not really popping them out like they used to, but it just kind of talked about where everyone is in the game right now. And those seem to be, I feel, and you could disagree, those seem to be the 3 biggest players in the game right now. Right. Nationwide. I know a lot of people in California in the comments said, we don't have any out here. There's only one out here. I know Walmart in the South, there's one in every corner. So it's just, you'll get there eventually. Just like you had all the Tesla chargers in California before we had any here in Arkansas.
Yeah, Tesla, so all the Tesla and EA stations, there's a crap ton in California.
Yeah, there's like one every 5 miles. So,
and so it's like, it'll come around.
Yeah.
Let us enjoy something for once.
Yes. And let's enjoy something in the South for once. We have something before everyone else, and that's EV charging at Walmart. Actually, we don't have that many in Arkansas, which is
no, we have
those ones.
One? Not two.
Yep. But they're popping off in Texas. I mean, Arizona, Florida, I think they're popping off everywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of see where I'm interested to see how this all pans out in like 2 years. Like, I'm sure these all 3 will still be around. We may not even talking about EV infrastructure in 2 years. It may just be like gas stations. They're everywhere. So yeah,
it's
so
ubiquitous, it's easy, whatever.
If I'm going to watch that video, it's 11 minutes of me talking, and you can see how bad or good the video is because someone says it's great, and then some person says I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So who knows? Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah.
Joel, it's 16 minutes, not 11.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 16. It's a
long mini charge.
It's a large mini charge episode. I ramble a little, so yes. Mini charge episodes usually 10 or 11 minutes. This one's a little bit longer, but it goes pretty fast. So
it's good. It's good.
It's good. Take a look. Yeah. Take a watch. Take a look. Take a listen. However you watch us. So yeah.
All right. Our final official topic of the night. We're going to talk about some more robotaxi stuff. So Vegas and Tesla have some different desires in this space. Tesla has received its permit to operate its robotaxis in Vegas, although not quite at the scale it had hoped for. In Tesla's permit request, they asked for the ability to operate in all of Clark County, Nevada, including service to and from Harry Reid International Airport, also known as McCarran. That's what my brain always knows it as, but it's the big airport, okay? And then the Henderson Executive Airport. Tesla was also requesting to operate up to 5,000 robotaxis in this area, which we're going to talk a little bit more about that number in here in a second, because I think there's an interesting point about it, but we'll get to it in a minute. However, when the Nevada Transportation Authority issued the permit, they made some major changes to it. For one, Tesla can only operate with an approved geofence, which by approved, I mean the NTA has to sign off on it before Tesla can do it. So Tesla doesn't get to pick their geofence. They have to basically be told what their geofence can be. The robotaxis aren't allowed to go more than 45 miles per hour, and they're not allowed to operate anywhere near the airports. Oh, and also, you remember how they asked for 5,000 cars?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they can only operate 10.
That's a little less, just a tad bit less what they were asking. Just a tad.
So I said we were going to talk about this in a second, but we might as well talk about it now. So they asked for 5,000 cars. Do you know what the current number of taxis are in the Las Vegas area?
I would say 2,500.
4,000.
I was. So they want to double the number of taxis in the area overnight.
Yeah.
Or basically, yeah.
Or just displacing the entire taxi rideshare market in Las Vegas. Anyway.
Vegas has strong unions. I don't think they're going to go for that. So,
yeah. So there are some other stipulations that Nevada has placed. For one, the vehicles have to be clearly labeled as robotaxis. The passengers have to be clearly told at the beginning of the ride before the car leaves that the vehicle is driverless. And there has to be appropriate human supervision, which it's quotes, appropriate human supervision, end quote. Don't know what that means. Does it allow for teleoperation or telemonitoring, or is there going to have to be a person in the car? I don't know. If Tesla wishes to expand and operate more than 10 cars in the future, they will have to go through the entire permit process again. So how does that kind of stack up to its competition? So Amazon's Zoox currently holds a permit for Las Vegas operating on the Strip, and their permit allows 100 vehicles, although currently they only operate around 50. Waymo's application is still pending, but the company is also already offering robotaxi rides in Vegas. Not quite sure how that works if they don't have a permit, but I'm not a lawyer.
They have a conditional or something like that, yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, I just thought this was interesting. Obviously, no one was ever going to give them 5,000, and there's a lot of questions on why Tesla would have done that in the first place, because realistically, you would think Tesla had an idea of what the state was willing to give them, right? If they were looking at their competition, like Amazon's only got a permit for 100. Waymo's not got that many yet. It should have been obvious, you'd think, to a company like Tesla to know that they weren't getting 5,000.
Go big or go home.
Especially because, they still are only operating like a max of, 20 cars in the actual robotaxi or
Austin area
fleet. It's like 20, so 10 is almost doubling their current operations.
Do they even have 5,000 robotaxis to throw on the road? I mean, yeah.
No.
I mean, it makes sense.
And maybe that's all it was. Maybe they only asked for 5,000 so they wouldn't have to do another permit in the future whenever they do expand and grow the program. Yeah. I don't know. But did they say 5,000 because they wanted to pump a stock and then they could point at this state for why they didn't get to do it instead of not being able to meet the demand themselves? I don't know. It's very well could not be nefarious. It very well could be. You never know with Tesla.
Yep.
And before you call me a Tesla hater, I appreciate so much of their vehicles and what they've done, but the company also does some shady stuff sometimes, and you can't ignore it.
Yep. We're either Tesla lovers or we're Tesla hate. We're either Tesla fanboys or we're Tesla haters, all in the same video. We're both. So don't know how that happens, but we're both.
But we're both.
Because we have split personalities, I guess. I mean, I like robotaxis. I'm assuming that the limited area is going to be just the Strip that these things can be on. So it's going to be a little short area of the Strip. And I've been to Vegas, and there's so many cars on the Strip. But yeah, I mean, I think you take the 10 and you roll with it. I mean, you take what you get and you don't throw a fit, as we tell our students every day. So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So take the 10 and show goodwill that these things can do what they can. And then you'll maybe get 10 more and then 10 more and then 10
prove
more.
Yourself.
So you got to prove yourself. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right. That was our final scripted topic. Joel, what did we do this
Sebastian,
week? Other than Wednesday?
So yeah, you want to talk a little bit about which got a lot of good views too. Thanks everyone for tuning in to episodes this week. We kind of had a lull in the month of June and July. I guess everyone was just on vacation. Me and Sebastian were kind of contemplating the meaning of life and like what's going on. But then August and then took right back off. So everyone, thanks for coming back off vacation and watching our videos again. That means a lot to us. But we took the Comma 4X out for about 30 or 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. We drove around with it. And it was
the video at the end before I edited it down some, which I mean, I say edit it down some. It's edited to 32 minutes, but before it got edited, it was an hour and 10.
So yeah. It did really
Things
good.
Were really, really good.
It was both ends of the spectrum. It was either really good or I'm going to die. It was one of those two. It's like, this is awesome. 5 minutes later, I need to call my wife and kids and tell them I love them. So it was either.
So I mean, we said it in the video, and I think I even put it at the very beginning. So like, if you want to TLDW, just watch the first 15 seconds of video and you'll get the idea. The system does an amazing job until it makes one wrong decision.
And then it just doesn't
and
know
then
what
it
to
just can't recover.
Yeah.
It's like it makes one wrong decision and then doesn't know what to do to get itself out of the hole it has dug.
Yes. It reminds me of my kid. It reminds me of my youngest kid who does great until you tell him no on something. And then it just all goes downhill from there. It's like we have breakdowns and all that. So yeah.
It's the whole thing. You tell one little white lie.
Yep.
And then it grows and 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 it grows. There's all sorts of probably ancient proverbs about this phenomenon, but we're not here to talk about ancient proverbs.
No, but I mean,
no. So
like I said,
as we've discussed previously, interstate driving, fantastic,
solid,
does a great job, very solid. Some like wide city street, higher speed, like 35, 40 mile an hour,
4-lane road. Yep.
Get into a narrow downtown area with some right angles and whatever,
and some roundabouts. And
no,
because that road you went on towards the end of the video there, where it kind of takes us off the main road and goes back and curves around some businesses. That was like riding a roller coaster at an amusement park. I mean, it was just
a roller coaster you didn't sign up for.
It's like, Sebastian, yes. I'm like, what is going on here? So,
and there was a couple times it was like, oh wait, it did really well there, and it's driving for cars.
Yeah,
it's driving straight into
we're
the
doing
cars
good, and now we're trying to hit a median. So yeah.
So yeah, that came out. If you want to just kind of watch how that goes, that was on Monday. And
it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as the Tesla FSD era you had.
Oh God,
we're just stopped.
So we were out
off and off ramp.
We were out recording on Sunday, Saturday. Days of the week are hard.
Yes.
And we were in a Model 3. Yes, Model 3 Highland, hardware 4, full FSD, up to date, all the good stuff. And we had it driving us to it. We were just driving around trying to lower the battery down. We're going to have a charge test on it come out, I guess, Monday. It's already Thursday. Good Lord, I have to do that. Anyway.
Get to work.
I know. I got to go put all of it on a spreadsheet and graphs for the people. The people need it. The people want it.
The people need it.
Anyway, so have it on FSD, just letting it drive around, draining the battery down some because it was at like 20% when we started. And we get off the interstate and we're going to loop around, go go back up. And it's taking the off ramp. And this off ramp, the way it works, so there's the lane of traffic coming up on the service road. You've got the off ramp. Right at the end of the off ramp, there is a road. And FSD decided it needed to take that road, came to a full stop on the off ramp, and tried to turn right across the lane of traffic.
45, 50 mile per hour traffic. Weren't there some white cones are there too where you couldn't even do it?
Yeah, there was still a median. There was still like all the stuff telling you can't go this way.
The way you get on and off exits in Arkansas and Texas with these access roads is just weird. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was you cannot do this. This was whatever.
Yes.
It like came to a complete stop. Traffic behind us is getting off the interstate doing 70 miles an hour.
Yep.
And so I had to just like floor it and like swerve it because it had already cut the wheel and everything. It was ready.
Colin's not watching this video. So,
and then of course on the screen, it was like, why did you disengage? And I had to be like, critical? You trying to drive me into traffic?
If I remember that area, so we were trying to get off there by the outlets to go to that charger. And what it was trying to do is take a right and go around, because that used to be a road there where there was a little putt-putt golf course, but they closed that. And then what they did, so people couldn't get off and stop and make a right, they put up those little tall white cones. So you can't do that. Here. Tessa said, hell yeah, I'm doing it. So, there it is.
Here's Google Maps.
Yep.
So you can see, you get off the interstate here.
Yep.
This is divided median here.
It's in there. And then there's the white things right there.
There's the actual wall. And then you have the two white lines, the do not cross lines. You can see it is solid.
Yep.
All the way until this point.
Yep.
So it got off the interstate and came to a complete stop about right here.
Because there was cars beside us.
Because there was whatever. It came to a complete stop, cut the wheel, and started trying to turn onto this road, which, by the way, doesn't actually really let you connect all the way through. There is a gate like in here.
Yep.
Anyway, but it was just like, what?
Yeah, that gray area is where the old miniature golf used to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Before your time. No, this area, that gray area, right there in the corner. Yep.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep. Right across.
So anyway, now y'all know that's what happened. That's what was going on. I was like, dang
it, we should have recorded that.
But yeah, so that was fine. And then Model did okay. It was very much a Tesla charge curve, for better or worse. Just spoiler alert, I guess.
Yep. It does what it's supposed to do, and it doesn't do anything great.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
And then Wednesday, Joel had his little price war video.
Yeah, I also did a little mini charge episode on Tuesday talking about... Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. It was audio only. Do you remember what it was, Sebastian?
No.
Let me look up here.
I'm sorry.
You can tell Sebastian doesn't listen to our stuff, so... But, hey, man, teach his own, my brother. Let's see what that one's about. I'm logging into my Podbean account here so I can see episodes. I should know this. That one was on, the 2027 BZ pricing. So I can talk a little bit about that if you want to. So yeah,
sure.
So Toyota released their BZ pricing. It's basically the same for the lower end model. I think they may have made a little bit adjustments to the upper range, but still starting at under 38K for the base model, which is great. No major changes. I mean, why? Because the current one is selling pretty good. Still the same charging curve, things like that. Nothing major, but no. And the cool thing is now it comes out next month. And I'm like, wait a minute, the 2026 just started hitting a lot like 3 or 4 months ago. They said, no, September 2027 models will be hitting a lot. So, which means that they're not making a lot of changes to it. So, yeah. So if you want to know about the BZ coming out and the new pricing and all that, I think the only thing different is maybe some different wheel configurations. But that's about it. So, yeah. But
I'm still really interested to see when the Highlander actually shows up.
Yeah, me too.
Because, they've delayed it. Yeah, but like, how long are we delaying it? Yeah, what's the delay really?
Yeah, is it a 6-month delay or is it like a 2-year delay? Delay is a very ambiguous term. So, but those were episodes for the week, and charging video for Tesla will be out Monday, and then we'll see what news pops next week for another mini charge episode on Wednesday, and then Sebastian, do we have something special coming up soon on one of our?
Next week's like our 100th news
100th
charge episode.
That's like
Isn't
2
that crazy?
years.
100 weeks? Almost 2 years?
Every Thursday night, we've been staring at each other on the computer for 2 months.
Except for randomly when it's not a Thursday night.
That's right, when it's on a Thursday night or you're by yourself. It's a Wednesday night. Never did it on a Friday morning, so yeah.
Never on a Friday morning. That's just too short of a turnaround.
We'll try to figure out something here. Maybe we'll have some party favors and cake, and maybe I'll get drunk and do the whole episode drunk. We'll try that. So every time you say Tesla, I got to take a shot. So I'll just line them up.
Unfortunately, that might be fairly frequently.
Just take a shot. Every time we say Tesla, just take a shot.
Because everyone's doing the news right now.
Yes. So it should be.
All right. And on that topic,
roll it out.
That is a wrap for today's episode. Thank you all for plugging into the Friday Charge. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever else you get your audio enjoyment, tap that follow button, leave us a quick rating, comment, whatever the platform does. They're all a little different, but no matter what you do, it helps the show grow. So long, everyone, and we will see you on the next episode of the Friday Charge.